This garb has been the attire of the divine dragon monarch for generations. I am honored to be wearing it. I have not forgotten our promise, Alear. I will keep it, even in this new world.
Queen Lumera is the mother of Engage's protagonist, Alear. She's a divine dragon queen of Lethos and helps stop the fell dragon 1,000 years before the current plot of Engage kicks off. Lumera may not be around much in Engage, but she's making a very strong showing in Fire Emblem Heroes. Time to add another great sword infantry unit to the merge project list. For stats, Lumera has 43 HP, 43 attack, 43 speed, 33 defense, and 25 resistance. Just like her child, Lumera also sports attack and speed super boons. Like I mentioned in the banner video, just in base stats, 43 speed was the highest for Swordmaster type units before Alear pushed this all the way to 46 base. Lumera won't be the fastest unit when you include Dragon Flowers, however, many units faster than Lumera do not reach 43 attack. She will put the hurt down while still doubling quite often. In terms of defensive stats, Lumera has the typical speedy infantry spread of slightly better defense, but nothing super crazy. Don't get it wrong though, if you're not prepared, Lumera is not an easy target to take out. Part of this is due to her unique weapon, the Monarch Blade. 16 might and grants another +3 speed. At start of combat, if she has more than 25% HP, grants +5 to all stats, inflict guard on the foe, deal true damage on hit equal to 15% of her speed stat, and then Lumera also gets 40% dodge damage reduction, similar to Alear. Monarch Blade is a fantastic weapon and essentially is the answer to how much is this encounter worth on a sword with dodge. Lumera joins Yen Fei in the dodge crew, but instead of distant counter, she gets more stats, guard, and speed-based true damage. It has been over a year to be fair, but Monarch Blade is looking very solid in terms of just combat. Lumera lacks some key perks like sword specials, but she definitely can have some fun builds, and speed is currently not the best aspect when it comes to the current arcane sword. As a free-to-play unit, Lumera 100% is worth a look if you want a merge project. However, using Lumera for merges will come at a cost, and the devs love to do this with heroic rail units. She has Dragon Fang as her special, because she is a dragon, and then Swiss Stance 2 grants +4 speed and res, which is fine. You can get it on 4-star Tatiana though. What you cannot find on a free-to-play demote or heroic rail unit is freaking Null Follow-Up 3. Wow. Neutralize effects that prevent your follow-up attacks, and neutralize effects that grant the foe follow-up attacks. I know no follow-up is now a sacred seal, but you only get 1 seal per team. Having no follow-up in the B slot on a heroic rail unit is incredible, and God knows what this could imply for a future no follow-up 4. I feel like it's going to happen at some point. To be honest, I think no follow-up in general was kind of a mistake because follow-up attacks and denial can cancel each other out. They actually do stack as well, but no one stacks them in practice because offensive and defensive no follow-up effects just neutralize all stacks. You could do something like triple follow-up denial to beat a unit with a free follow-up attack and the outspeed. That never happens nowadays though, because no follow-up immediately clears all 3 follow-up denial effects in one go. This skill shuts down slower units from doing anything and is part of why dodge tanking can be annoying to deal with. If you don't outspeed, Lumera doubles you and you never double her back unless it's a brave attack. Your one hit then gets hit by damage reduction. This is a hilariously amazing base kit for a free unit. Real quick, let's discuss why Intelligent Systems just tossed us no follow-up on a heroic rail unit. If you've noticed, a lot of the newer infantry B-skills are coming with stat boosters, generally in the form of debuffs. Alear's Close Call 4 inflicts -4 speed, Bulwark skills inflict -4 to 2 stats as well, Tempo inflicts -3 speed, and even Mystic Boost 4 has an attack debuff. This makes it more enticing to use no follow-up as a sacred seal since you regain stats from these new B-skills. Another factor is the multitude of no follow-up status support skills. Harmonic Lind grants no follow-up to anyone. Infantry Speed Tactic and Infantry No Follow provide a status as well. So many recent super fast units also aren't getting no follow-up in their kit. Flame Lin comes to mind, Halloween Female Corrin, and just now, Alear. The devs obviously believe people are going to chase for other ways to get no follow-up, and if you can get it, then these speedy sword units become even better since they can just use another stat boosting skill. We'll see how long this trend goes on for. I still feel like a no follow-up 4 is coming, and if it ever does, then Lumera becomes even more valuable to have around. Now, if you are committed to using Lumera on merging, then the Neutral Nature grants +1 HP, +1 attack, and +1 speed. Fine to keep, but hardcore fans obviously want the 2 super boons in attack and speed. If you don't have Ascended Florets, definitely go for the speed super boon first. It hasn't been too long since our last heroic rail Swordmaster. Host is the most direct comparison, being Gen 7, and essentially trades speed for more defense. His attack keeps up with Lumera, and Warrior's Sword grants +3 attack as well. Lumera and Holst's weapons share +5 to all stats and guard effects. Holst gets a bonus W effect while Lumera has dodge and true damage based on speed. When fully buffed up, Holst can be amazingly fun, but buff neutralization will ruin him. As for Lumera, if she loses the speed battle, dodge is useless, and we're getting more and more ways to just pierce DR as well. As for Yanfei, he gets the fun distant counter and dodge DR from Carnage Amatsu, but he kinda lacks killing power. If you wanted a DC dodge tank though, then Yanfei can run A skills like Finish 4. In a straight melee brawl, Lumera and Holst are just better. Holst gets +3 attack, while Lumera and Yanfei get +3 speed. Holst's bonus doubler is nice, but Lumera has true damage to catch up to Holst's damage output. If in the future you feel like Monarch Blade or Warrior's Sword isn't cutting it, then both units have these stats to run whatever new arcane swords come out. Compared to other heroic rail units, Lumera is up there in attack and speed. There are some other fast sword masters when fully invested in, like Rutger and Navarre, but neither come close in matching Lumera's also great base attack. If you're looking for merge projects, someone to keep an eye on is Astrum. He could be getting a refine relatively soon, and he focuses on defense while having some pretty decent speed to deal with most slower units. Mercurius is an easy to use buffing weapon, so I think it has a decent chance of a good refine. While there are many other sword infantry demotes I don't feel like Lumera needs comparing to, thanks to Monarch Blade. These are the 3 sword infantry units from the past year that got demoted, since, reminder, we never had a demote in this class type since year 1 before that. Gi and Kamui are the speedier units, but again lack the raw attack Lumera comes with. She is in a great spot even if you don't want to use her weapon. In terms of playstyle, Lumera is basically like any other dodge-based swordmaster. She wants to stack tons of speed to fully activate dodge, and this also gives Lumera more true damage on hit. With no follow-up coming by default, I do not think you could get a better skill unless you move it into the Sacred Seal slot. Either way, Lumera wants no follow-up because it lets her double any slower units and prevents their follow-up attacks. The foe's single hit gets reduced by dodge, and guard is there to further slow down specials. The main thing Lumera can add to a budget build is cooldown reduction and some better attack and speed boosters. Swift Stance 2 is not exactly what I would run, but it's fine if you need bonus res. Swift Sparrow 2 is fine for initiations, and this month's ephemeral includes Swift Sparrow 3 if you're feeling spicy. Another good option is Attack and Speed Ideal 3, but Lumera will want a self-buffing skill like Attack and Speed Oath or Rouse Attack and Speed. For cooldown, if you want more charges, you can use Darting Breath, but you are locked to enemy phase with that. Flashing Blade works on either phase, but you get the less special cooldown. Still, it would let Lumera initiate and proc Luna on her second hit. If you just want some stats, lots of options like Attack and Speed Solo, Bond, Form, or Blade Session. Having no follow-up in the B slot already makes things quite customizable. When it comes to premium builds, this is where the free-to-play Alear comparisons really do showcase the free-to-play part. Lumera has the stats to compete with other speedy units and has pretty good attack to go with it. However, Monarch Blade cannot match Liberation's firepower, and it doesn't have accelerated specials or charge. Lumera has some true damage with guard built in, but Alear can add on -12 speed and defense debuffs, which really make a difference in speed battles, plus it probably is just more damage than what the Monarch Blade adds. Generally, building Lumera is similar to Alear, but she won't have the same consistency when it comes to abusing high tier skills like Vital Astra or Godlike Reflexes if you wanted to try. You could run Vital Astra purely for the speed-based damage, but having it pre-charged is very tough to do over and over without accelerated specials. Something you could try is Times Pulse with Tempo or Velocity. We just want the no guard effect, so if Lumera takes one hit, Vital Astra will then guarantee be charged for the counterattack. This could then proc Finish 4 for bonus damage and healing. Unlike Alear though, Lumera can initiate with Vital Astra already pre-charged, which means no chance for double procs and obviously no extra dodge stacking. It can work, but it's just not as synergistic. As with any Lumera build, you do want no follow-up in some way. Whether you put it in the Sacred Seal slot, keep it in the B slot, or you have no follow-up support. If you keep it as a B skill and run Times Pulse with Flashing Blade, you can have a decent Guild Force setup. It's very basic. Guard from Monarch Blade would help prevent Lumera activating bigger specials, so the counter she does take won't be so bad. This idea works for any general initiations, and that's fine if you don't want to worry about cooldowns. You could do something like Surge Sparrow, no follow-up, Attack and Speed Oath 4, and Flashing Blade as a seal. Maybe use Speed Smoke 4 instead for enemy phase dodging. If you can't get these tempo-based B skills, which is understandable because they're very rare, then you could copy Alear's Close Call 4. Again, I think it's fine to run tier 4 dodge with no follow-up as a seal, since you aren't losing as much stats. Like with Alear, if you just want to go for dodge tanking with distant counter, then be my guest. It's fun, it might not be optimal, but if the foe can't deal with dodge, then Lumera is annoying to take out. That said, DR Piercing messes with any kind of dodge tanking, so be careful of that. So, should you promote Lumera to 5 stars? Her stats are incredible for a free unit. 43 attack and speed is bonkers, even among sword infantry units, especially non-5 stars. Having super boons is a nice bonus, and Lumera has decently balanced defense res to fight either damage type. This is helpful when her Monarch Blade comes with built-in 40% dodge damage reduction. Lumera also gets plus 5 to all stats, an extra plus 3 speed, guard, and a bit of true damage based on her speed. She is all about going fast, and even comes with Null Follow-Up 3 as a B-skill, which is still hard to believe. Null Follow-Up has controlled this game for years, and now it's on a heroic grow unit just like that. While it's a sacred seal, it's obtainable via support status effects, and it competes with other good B-skills. Being able to just have this skill on hand is nuts. For example, ranged infantry don't really have as many wild B-skills, so Null Follow-Up is still a solid option for those guys. There's also the possibility of a Null Follow-Up 4 in the future, which kind of seems likely now that it's just being spread all over the place to many sources. Either you can get the base Null Follow-Up 3 via these other methods, or you can run the tier 4 that has whatever wild extra effects tied in. Anyway, Lumera is a fantastic heroic grail unit and easily comparable to Host, who is another good Gen 7 sword infantry. Stat-wise, Lumera is going to be a great unit, but her free-to-play status does hold her back if you want to run some of the other powerful builds. It's sort of always been an issue in Fae. Not having extra specials or cooldown reduction makes a huge difference because specials play such a large role in the game. Lumera can run things like Vital Astra or Godlike Reflexes, but she can't abuse them consistently. Also, while dodge tanking is fun and can be oppressive, it entirely falls apart to DR piercing effects. It's starting to become like Null Follow-Up, where having DR piercing capabilities can make or break a unit. In general content though, Lumera is gonna be a fun monster. She's super good as a merge project, and Monarch Blade is still way better than most inheritable sword options. If another more powerful arcane sword comes out and it focuses on speed or more offense, then Lumera definitely can use it. She's a great free-to-play unit. The clock is ticking down to the launch of Fire Emblem Engage. Might want to finish up your quests or farming the Tempest Trials or Forging Bonds before the 20th. Let me know your thoughts on Lumera. Good luck on the banner if you're summoning, and see you in the next video.